Touring Cars is one of the largest mobile home renters in Europe. The Finnish company offers completely equipped mobile homes in all categories. Just pick up your dream mobile home at one of the many Touring Cars rental stations and combine the airplane journey with your mobile home holiday. The free transfer between the airport and the rental station is included in the service offer. Enjoy lovely holidays in a mobile home. With our tips on safe driving and the best way to handle your rental vehicle, your next holiday will certainly be an unforgettable experience. You can find additional details on how to use the vehicle in the Onboard User's Manual. The basic vehicle. Get familiar with the vehicle before you start off. Find the best seat position and the appropriate setting for the seatbelt. Get to know the instruments in the cockpit. The display provides important information on the vehicle and will help you navigate. The reversing camera supports you while maneuvering and parking. Make sure the headlights are working and find out how the windscreen wipers and manual parking brake work. Try putting the vehicle into gear while it is parked. The correct setting of the rear-view mirror is very important. Always remember that a mobile home is much larger than a normal car. It's a good idea to put a sign with the main vehicle data on the inside of the sun visor while you're on the road. If you have any problems with the Fiat basic vehicle, please contact Fiat Service or a contract partner. Correct loading. A mobile home provides a great deal of storage space for your holiday luggage and your leisure time equipment. However, make sure you load the vehicle correctly and always be sure to maintain the specified vehicle load capacity. You can comfortably store bulky objects in the outer storage boxes or in the stern garage. Always store heavy baggage near the floor and always secure it with straps. Make sure the luggage cannot slip during the trip and that the storage compartment lids are locked. Exterior check. Get your mobile home ready to start. Retract the awning and crank up the tail supports on the vehicle if applicable. Pull out the 230-volt network power cable. To do that, pull the plug out of the parking space and the vehicle, and store the cable drum in the boot. Retract the stair tread on the entrance door and close the outer door. In some countries, like France, gas bottles must be closed during the trip unless you have a special regulating system. Also, always fold up the satellite antenna before driving. Interior check. Close all the windows and skylights before driving on. On large skylights, pay attention to the red closed marking. Store all loose objects safely in cabinets and shelves and lock the doors, lids and drawers. If applicable, fold up the tabletop. Turn the cockpit seats in the direction of travel and make sure both seats audibly latch into this position. Switch the refrigerator to 12-volt operation and close it tightly. Also, check to see if all utensils are correctly stored in the bathroom, and then lock the door to the sanitary block. Seats and driving tips. Always comply with the permissible number of passengers while driving, and only occupy seats that are secured with seat belts. The use of seat belts is compulsory at all times for both the front and rear seats. While driving, no passenger is allowed to stand up and walk around in the mobile home or, for instance, lay down in bed. Always be aware of the size and weight of the mobile home. For instance, it has a longer stopping distance and is higher, wider and longer than a normal car. When driving in reverse, parking and manoeuvring, always have a passenger assist you. Watch out for branches and twigs that hang down. When turning, remember that the vehicle rear swings far out. Always maintain suitable side clearance and match the speed to the traffic situation. Parking space selection and stationary operation. Choose a suitable area as a parking space that is as flat as possible, and, if possible, have someone marshal you in. You can equalize somewhat uneven ground and inclined surfaces with chocks. After that, put on the parking brake, put into gear and, if applicable, crank down the support stance. They ensure a firm stance, but must never be used to adjust the vehicle. With the onboard cable drum, you can connect the 230-volt grid at the parking space to provide your vehicle with power. Open the gas bottle to secure the gas supply in the mobile home. At the parking space, the refrigerator can be operated with electricity from the 230-volt grid or with gas. To do that, turn the switch to the appropriate setting. Freshwater system. Before you fill up the freshwater tank, align your mobile home so that it is level, and close the water taps in the kitchen and bathroom. If applicable, also close the drain valve of the boiler. Push the lever to empty the boiler through the drain valve. Use a clean hose to conveniently fill the fresh water tank through the mobile home's filler neck. The filling level can be read on the control panel. After filling, put all water taps to hot and open them to switch on the water pump. Leave the water taps open until the water flows out free of bubbles. That ensures that the boiler is also filled with water. Subsequently, set all water taps to cold and leave them open so that the cold water lines are also filled with water. Leave the water taps open until the water flows out of the fittings free of bubbles. To drain the fresh water, open the valve on the tank. Wastewater. Drain the wastewater solely at the provided disposal stations. The drain from the wastewater tank is underneath the vehicle. To drain the wastewater tank, unscrew the cover and open the gate to let the wastewater flow out. Close the gate and cover again after the wastewater tank is completely empty. Prepare the cassette toilet. To prepare the cassette toilet, first close the gate on the toilet. Then open the service lid from outside and pull the cassette out with the gate closed. Place the cassette vertically so that the drain nozzle points up. Open the filler neck and put a suitable sanitary agent with the specified dosage into the tank. After that, fill in a bit of water until the floor of the cassette is completely covered. Then, screw the drain nozzle closed and fold it up and push the cassette back into its compartment. Make sure that you secure the cassette with the fixing bracket before you close the service lid. Drain the cassette toilet. Drain the cassette latest when the filling level LED is illuminated. The gate of the cassette toilet should always be closed and should only be opened when you want to use it. Open the service lid, unlock the cassette and pull it out. Now bring the cassette to a provided draining point. Turn the draining nozzles upwards and remove its lock. Then, point the draining nozzle down and keep the ventilation button pressed to drain the tank. Subsequently, flush the cassette several times with water and add a sanitary additive. Push the cleaned cassette back into the compartment until the fixing clamp latches. Gas system. The gas bottles are in the gas bottle box. It is accessible from outside. Open the connected gas bottle to ensure gas supply to the entire system. While driving, the gas bottles must be tightly lashed. Each gas device has its own shut-off valve. This valve must be closed while driving. Heating. The heating and hot water preparation through the boiler can be operated through both the TFT control panel at the entrance and through the Truma control panel in the bedroom. The hot air in the entire vehicle is distributed through a series of adjustable outlet openings. Windows and blinds. To ventilate, unlock the windows and open them up step by step to an angle of 90 degrees. You can unlock the safety locks by pressing the button. The combination window element is equipped with a blackout blind and an insect screen. To close it, lift the window pane slightly to release the locking device. The window handle also has a ventilation position to keep it open just a bit. Loosen the locking device to open the skylight and make sure that it latches in again after closing. The skylight also has blackout and insect pleating. You can darken the driver's cab by pulling the provided pleating closed on the cockpit windows. The entrance has an insect screen that can be pulled shut when the door is open. Cabinets and drawers. There is a lot of storage space available in the cabinets and drawers of a mobile home. You can safely keep your provisions, kitchen utensils and clothes there. Get familiar with all the locks and handles, get to know how they work, and make sure that all locks are locked during the trip. Rearranging the beds. Mobile homes with a height-adjustable bed under the roof provide additional sleeping accommodation. If applicable, remove the headrests and upholstery elements before you lower the height-adjustable bed. To get in, use the provided ladder and hang up the safety net. It will protect you from falling out. Make sure that the height-adjustable bed is firmly latched in before driving off. In most models, the seating arrangement can be rearranged into an additional sleeping accommodation with just a few flicks of the wrist. Refrigerator. Every refrigerator can be run with 230 volts, 12 volts or gas. Set the refrigerator to the desired operating mode. Select the plug symbol if the vehicle is connected to the 230 volt grid with a cable, and select the battery symbol for operation while traveling. Turn the knob to the flame symbol to run the refrigerator with gas if the parking space does not have an electric connection. There is a separate rotary knob for gas operation. Press it together with the ignition button and keep it pressed until ignition is complete and the display is in the green area. The van's Slimline Refrigerator operates based on current-controlled compressor technology. Follow the instructions on the label if you want to remove the refrigerator's freezer compartment. Always make sure that the refrigerator door is well closed when driving. If you are not going to use the refrigerator for a long time, set the ventilation setting on the door. Gas burner. Each gas burner has a clearly marked shut-off valve. Open the appropriate shut-off valve to enable the gas supply. When cooking, ensure sufficient fresh air. Open a window or the skylight. Do not use the socket outlets above the cooker when cooking. The flame is ignited electrically via a push button. Basic bathroom functions. The toilet flushes electrically. Press the button next to the toilet to activate the flushing. Use solely toilet paper that is suitable for use with a cassette toilet. Wet towels dry best when they are hung in the shower bath. Make sure that the heating outlet nozzle is open. Close the door while taking a shower, so that spray water does not spill out. Subsequently, tightly fasten the shower door. Onboard Technology. Nearly the entire onboard technology and all technical units in the mobile home can be centrally controlled and regulated with the TFT control panel at the entrance. The clear menu guidance makes it easy to make the desired settings with a push of a button. The heating and hot water supply can also be conveniently controlled from the bed through the control panel installed there. The three-way touch light switch lets you set various lighting moods. The main light switch is handily attached at the entrance. There are several socket outlets available for supplying 230 volts and 12 volts. The fuse box is readily accessible under the passenger seat. After your trip. First, switch the main switch on the control panel off so that the water pump is no longer active, and then open all water taps. Drain the fresh water tank so that no water remains in the line system. Dispose of the wastewater at a provided station. Use the lever to drain the boiler over the outlet valve. Also empty the toilet cassette, clean it thoroughly and close the gas bottle. Set the refrigerator door to the ventilation setting so that air can circulate inside. In case of longer mobile home idle times, the power supply with the battery master switch of the body battery, which is located under the driver's seat, should be interrupted. If the vehicle is not used for a long time, for instance in winter storage, we recommend the use of an air dehumidifier.